I feel alive with the vibe of the Sananto tribe. Our spirit rises from the flowing waters of the sacred river that sings in the city named after the saint of lost things. We are more than a place. We are centuries of fierce stories staring out of a multifaceted face. Yes, I feel alive with the vibe of the Sananto tribe. I am San Antonio. We are San Antonio. Somos creativos, constructores y visionarios, y por todos los barrios corre el espíritu de maestras, activistas y revolucionarios. Venimos de todos tiempos y todos lugares a reclamar nuestras familias y nuestros propios hogares. It's a feeling I can barely describe. I feel so alive with the vibe of the Sananto tribe. Yes, I am San Antonio. We are San Antonio.
My name is Charlie Costello. I'm from San Antonio. I've lived here my whole life. I live on the south side of San Antonio. I have been employed with Lone Star Cafe for 29 years now. I'll be hitting 30 in March.
Thank you so much.
When you walk down the river, we're the first restaurant you see. We try to maintain like a good appearance to everybody. We try to do our best to represent the city, as it's the city I grew up in. I got a job as a dishwasher to have gas money to go skateboarding. And I've worked my way up. I went from dishwashing to a cook, from cook to a line supervisor, which is a kitchen supervisor. And from there, I became the kitchen manager, and I was the kitchen manager for 20 plus years. At one point, Will want to become the GM of the restaurant. That's even better. I love working with my daughter. I get to see her a little bit more, but she's also become a very responsible woman that way as well. And she's made me a happy grandpa too. I am Charlie Costello, and I am San Antonio.
My name is George Dragici. They call me the Wizard, the King, and Gici. Profession, art therapist. We came here from Romania in 1985, me, my wife, and two boys, and we stay here, and we never moved. I work for Dixie Flag Company for 28 years. For the last 11 years, I work at Soba, Texas, with a rehab center, and I do art therapy. What I did different, I went out in the public and paint live with music and make paintings right there in front of the people, not be afraid to show how a painting is done. The reason I made this is that one day when I will not be around, this painting will be in San Antonio Museum, and that will be my legacy. I am George Dragici, and I am San Antonio.
My name is Jalen McKee Rodriguez, and I'm a high school math teacher currently serving as councilman for City Council District 2. I'm a military brat, the son of two veterans, and I made San Antonio my home about 10 years ago. There have been other gay men who have run for, LGBTQ men who have run for office in the time since. I'm the first gay man to win and the first openly gay black man elected to any seat in Texas. I was a part of a number of student organizations and started getting involved in politics. Knew that at some point I wanted to make a difference in the world. The San Antonio that I love has a deep history in the fight for justice and racial equality and activism. And when you drive through my district, there's a true sense of place and belonging, and you see homes that have protected people for decades. You see art that has been cultivated by people who love this community and want to honor and remember it forever. I hope to emulate that every day. My name is Jalen McKee Rodriguez, and I am San Antonio.
My name is Michael Douglas. I've been the proprietor here at Martin's Curios, located in the downtown farmers market in the historic market square. It was owned before by my dad and my mom, Martin Douglas and Tina Douglas. My dad had been here since the 60s. I decided to get involved in the business because it had been something I had done since I was little. It was something my dad had always took me here. I would work the weekends, I'd work summers. It was just something that I enjoyed. The name of my shop is Martin's Curios, named it after my father, kind of followed in my father's footsteps. My average customer is tourists, really, from Dallas, Houston. We get out-of-staters, out of different countries. It's a very tourist-oriented area. For people opening up a business in San Antonio, I was always location. That's what my dad always told me, if there's no people, you're not gonna sell, so it's the most important thing. Here we have something very special here. It's one of the top 3 most visited places in San Antonio. My name is Michael Douglas, and I am San Antonio.
While petty differences seem to keep us apart, let nothing truly separate us at heart. Yes, let us put both red and green salsa on our tacos and tamales. Let the flour tortilla and the corn tortilla people hold hands and skip together while singing bilingual songs down the sunny December sidewalks of San Anto. Let the coffee people and the tea people and the tequila people gather together and sip their various drinks at the same table, warming their collective soul. Whether you soak your beans before cooking or you think the soakers need a good soaking themselves, let us simply agree that our frijol power is of the same nature. Because I am San Antonio, we are San Antonio.
My name is Guillermo, and I'm owner of Guillermo's Restaurant in San Antonio. I have lived in San Antonio all my life, and I like to consider myself a true San Antonian. My father died when I was young. We can start off with that. I was 10 years old, and 2 years later, I was working at a pizzeria in one of the local malls. I was 12. By my sophomore year, I make a decision that I want to get a degree in accounting. Business, higher up on the ladder, you're still in the restaurant business. I realized I liked doing what I do. There's something special about making food. There's not as many towns like San Antonio where people come to us. Our responsibility is to do things where we represent our business that any San Antonian, any tourist will look at Guillermo's and say, San Antonio is a cool place. I want to go there. San Antonio knows what's up. They know how to make good food. I am Guillermo Garza, and I am San Antonio.
My name is Renee Kealoha Park, and my AK is Antigone. I'm actually a native of San Antonio, born and raised right here in San Antonio. I am the founder, owner, operator of Aloha Events LLC here in San Antonio. My business, Aloha Kitchen, Catering, and Entertainment. We are a catering company that specializes in Hawaiian cuisine, of course, but we also have, of course, entertainment with that. And with the entertainment, we have what we call a halau, which is our school. And with that, we learn language and we learn crafting, but I would love to see a community center that's kind of more specific to Pacific Islanders and the Asian community. I think that would be my biggest dream. And a place where people could go out and learn language, arts, crafts, a center in San Antonio. Wouldn't that be cool? Hi, I'm Renee Park, and I am San Antonio.
Hello, my name is Ana De Luna, otherwise known as the AIDS Lady. I've been involved with the AIDS Foundation for 15 years. For some reason, I've just always been interested in HIV, so it was a perfect fit. I thought, wow, this is something really, really interesting. This might be like a creative way to use theater to show people about sexually transmitted infections. And that's been like probably the most rewarding thing, is helping people. people that I became very close to. And some of them since then or most of them have passed away. So that's been really hard, but they gave a lot. They didn't die in vain. And hopefully from them sharing their stories, I helped reduce the stigma, and they taught the students. They definitely taught me a lot. Everybody here is just a beautiful heart, and I would also say, if you want to become involved with us, we need people with compassion. I'm Ana de Luna, otherwise known as the AIDS Lady, and I am San Antonio.
Hello, my name is Roberto Livad, also known as El Robotico. I'm the band leader from Bombasta and an active community member here in San Antonio. I was born and raised on the south side of San Antonio. I lived here most of my life, but San Antonio has always been home. As a musician and as I grew up into adulthood, it was really just about utilizing that platform that I create as an artist to be able to push a lot of those issues and causes that are dear to my heart and where I see change needed the most. We've worked with pretty much everybody in the city, from the Esperanza to causes like the Cesar Chavez Foundation. Really just about going wherever we can lend our energies to help empower our community. For me, my voice is found, through the lyrics that I write, and the performances I do with Bombasta, to being able to use that same voice, whether it's at City Hall or at the state capitol or at DC, sitting down with our elected officials and trying to be just as bold as we are on stage. My name is Roberto El Robotico Livad, and I am San Antonio.
My name is John J. Nava, and I'm a family medicine physician here in San Antonio. Well, I have recently been elected president of the Bexar County Medical Society, and the Medical Society advocates for its physician members and also for the patients that those physicians serve. Well, I was raised by a school secretary and a chief master sergeant in the Air Force. They didn't tell me how to be, they showed me how to be by their actions, what it meant to actually be an active participant in not just your own life, but in taking care of other people. I'd like to do what I can inside medicine and outside of medicine as well to try to help improve people's health. That's what I want to do. My name is John J. Nava, MD, and I am San Antonio.
Let the natives and the transplants realize that we are all cosmic immigrants and we're all meant to share the same space. Whether you are de aquí or de allá, de este lado or de aquel lado, let us welcome each other to each other's side. Whether you are cumbia or polka, country or rock, bingo or loteria, chalupa or tostada, carne asada or al pastor. Whether you squeeze lemon into your caldo or not, and whether you are caldo de res or caldo de pollo, menudo or pozole.
My name is Andrea Vocab Sanderson, and I am San Antonio's Poet Laureate 2020 through 2023. I am a native San Antonian, and I have lived here my whole life as I started writing poetry at about age 6 years old. That's my oldest memory of remembering writing a poem, and I just saw how powerful poetry was, and I've been writing ever since. A lot of my process as a poet has come from my spiritual background and my musical background, and just combining a lot of different life experiences with some of the most amazing human beings that I've met. Just being in the city of San Antonio, I met Anthony Flores, Amalia Ortiz. Anthony Flores is a hero of mine. I look up to him greatly. My best advice that I give anyone who will listen to me that asks me for advice is never throw anything away. You may think it's trash, but one day you may throw it away and then the next morning realize, hey, I need to keep that poem. We might trivialize and think it's not a stroke of genius, maybe something that people will really connect with and love. My name is Andrea Vocab Sanderson, and I am San Antonio.
Hey, my name's Abel.
My name is Monica.
And we're the Lunas, and we've been fostering for about 4 years now. We always had it in our hearts to foster or adopt, and we were always just waiting for the right time.
The charity that we decided to partner with during this process is a nonprofit located here in San Antonio called One Hope for Kids.
But this particular organization really focuses on supporting the family, supporting not just the children that are going to be fostered or adopted, but the parents and also the biological children.
Us as a family wanting to give back here to the city of San Antonio and trying to make a difference here locally, realizing that there's so many kids in need here in San Antonio, and if we could make the difference in 1 or 2 lives, that we've done our part in contributing here to the big need across the city.
We're the Lunas, and we are San Antonio.
My name is Sylvia Ann Orzabal. I am a native San Antonian. I've lived in San Antonio my entire life. And my profession is the associate principal at Las Palmas Girls Leadership School. The Las Palmas Girls Leadership School for Girls is a unique learning environment. We're developing leaders here at the Leadership School. And so our hope and our dream is to have these young girls come out to the community and see themselves beyond the borders of San Antonio to impact other parts of the world. I've been a proud educator, servant leader in Edgewood ISD for 27 years. Here at Las Palmas, we pride ourselves and value education and lifelong learners. So my plan is to continue with my education. In January, I will be joining at the University of Incarnate Word, the PhD program. My name is Sylvia Ann Orzabal, and I am San Antonio.
My name is Montserrat Rodriguez. I'm 18 years old, and I've been involved with MacTeach my past 4 years in high school.
She approached me about wanting to be in MacTeach, and I found that unusual because most of them were upperclassmen that were in MacTeach or juniors or seniors.
MacTeach is a outreach and tutoring organization we have here at MacArthur High School.
We have 19 projects within MacTeach, and she's been involved with every single one of them.
We help elementary school children, we help veterans, and really any community that needs help.
My first impression of Monty was that she had an old soul. She seemed to have some wisdom about her.
I wanted to be part of something bigger and kind of find my group of people.
She seemed like she had a purpose, and when I asked her why she wanted to be involved in a program like that, it's service-oriented, she seemed to understand it, and she seemed to be purpose-driven with it.
It made me realize there's a lot of communities that need help, including the community I was a part of. So just seeing that I had to grow up a little faster and become independent, which kind of showed me what I wanted to do, which is, volunteerism, humanitarian work.
Monty's future is going to be great. I was very, very excited when she decided she's going to go to University of Texas, Austin, and what she wants to do with her life there, and then beyond it, because Monty's going to do service work, and she's going to be exceptional at it.
My name is Montserrat Rodriguez, and I'm San Antonio.
Whether you go crazy over pumpkin spice during the holidays or think the pumpkin spicers are crazy, whether you are carne guisada with cheese or without, whether you are from the hood or the heights or the hills or the holes through which people fall, whatever heavens or hells you and yours have traveled so far from and for so long, in Spanish and English and 1,000 other languages to finally call this place home. Welcome to the vibe that we feel inside as part of the Sananto tribe.